My name's Tim Kelly. I'm with Rochester Software Associates. So today what I wanted to do is talk a little bit about implant challenges. What do our customers tell us, the things that concern them. How do you develop a game plan where you deliver greater value to your organization? That's going to be an underlying theme this morning, is how does the implant become a strategic asset within the organization rather than the recipient of print jobs. We're not in an environment anymore where you can sit back in the print center and your job is to print whatever comes in. If that's all you're doing, then you're one of the best candidates around to be outsourced. Again, who's more interested in the quality of the documents than you are for your organization? So we're going to talk about four very progressive implants and look at some of the things that they've done to drive value in their organization. They have 40 different buildings, 22,000 students, a large school district. Jason has increased the number of orders in his print center 738% over the last 4 to 5 years. So we talked about the decline of implants. That's not the case across the board. How did that happen? Again, looking at total print spend, 50% of the black and white impressions are now done in the print center, where previously only 25% was done. So all of those buildings that out in the different school districts had printers, and print was done out in the various schools rather than at the print center. We have quite a few K through 12 customers, and one of the core values that they're providing in their print center of moving print from the schools themselves into the print center is saving their customers, saving teachers time. So if you can imagine the teachers for your children getting in early in the morning or after classes are over, going to that one print device in the school, and everyone wants to print their information at the same time. So they're all standing in line to make copies. Somebody from their desktop sends a print job, ties up the printer, and all these teachers are standing there waiting. So how do we get more time back to the teachers that they could be spending with students rather than making copies? So one of the things that we did there is incorporated not only the web-to-print solution, but also a scan-to-print solution so that teachers could either from their desktop send a job to the print center, or if they already had that test, that curriculum, that information in hard copy that they've had for the last X number of years, they could go to the print device, the scan device, and scan it to the print center. And using the capabilities of the multifunctional device, put in the basic job ticketing information. That job gets sent to the print center with a job ticket and can go right to a printer without anyone touching it because all the information is already there. And as most school districts have an internal mail delivery system, if I can automate this enough, I can have jobs sent to the print center by 4 o'clock today and back on the teacher's desk by 7:30 the next morning. Now, if I can do that, there's no reason for me as a teacher to stand in line. And oh, by the way, if I use the print center, now I have more paper selections, I have more binding options, I can do a lot of things that I couldn't do on my local device. So today, 69% of those orders are delivered the next day. Through the auto flow capabilities, there's a lights out production that has increased productivity 20%, and customers are extremely happy. So if we look at the results, a lot of savings. First of all, the teachers, the hours that they spend, insourcing jobs, being able to do things like business cards, student planners, has resulted in a significant savings at Blue Valley Central Schools. In doing this, we're able to reduce the amount of equipment out in the field, the number of MFPs, because more print volume is being done centrally, and in doing that, creates some significant efficiencies that continue to progress year after year. So it wasn't a one-time savings. The workflow challenges before they put in the scan-to-print and the web-to-print solutions all had to do with manual ordering of jobs. If I'm filling out a job ticket, and then an operator has to go create that job, if I'm doing thousands of these, there just isn't enough time in the day to turn those around in a day or two. So minimum turnaround before was 3 to 4 days. Very, very labor intensive. A lot of pre-press troubleshooting, fonts in particular. Now when we submit a job through the web-to-print solution or scan, the PDF is print ready, the fonts are already embedded, so we don't have a font issue, and I'm ready to print those jobs right away. There was a bottleneck in scanning those hard copy jobs. So a lot of times that hard copy came to the print center. Well, now that can be scanned right out there in the field at the MFP, and all I do is scan it once, and I can save that to my archive, so the next time I can order it via the web-to-print solution from my desktop. And I don't have to competitively rescan these. I remember a superintendent of schools at Manatee Schools down in Florida said that they were changing from hard copy to electronic one generation at a time. So depending on the age of the teachers, a lot of them still held on to that hard copy, but every year the percentage of hard copy declined. Eventually, we'll see 90+% of everything submitted electronically. So that workflow solution, as I said, is a combination of web to print for any job that exists electronically, and then scan to print for any job that we have as a hard copy legacy job from an implant standpoint. And all of that comes in, and Q-Direct, the output manager, can consolidate and process both the web to print and the scan jobs. So this allowed teachers, staff to focus on what they do better, to be out there teaching, and significantly reduce their costs. So the order volume continues to go up over 400 jobs a day. Imagine if you had to create the job ticket for 400 jobs a day. You just wouldn't have enough time. And AutoFlow, Jason has been able to get up to 69% of their jobs that come in go to a printer without anyone touching it. Very impressive solution. He's also done a number of things with stackers and two-up that have brought economies to the print center, being innovative and finding a more cost-effective way to print in addition to adding the workflows. So big labor impact on both the print center, not having to open up every job, and the teachers out there spending significantly less time making copies, which is just not productive time for them. And the direct costs, benefits, another hidden cost. Today, if your jobs are not submitted in a print-ready PDF, if you're taking native files in, you have to keep up with the software of all those native files, whether it's Microsoft Office or any other software that you enable. You can eliminate a lot of those costs if the jobs come in as a print-ready PDF file. And things like bringing jobs in-house that were done externally, like business cards. Number of new projects planned, and if I don't want to take all of Jason's presentation, you can stop in and listen to him or even talk to him afterwards about some of the things he's done. But they're one of the most automated print centers that we've seen. And they're adding new capabilities like book assembly. So teachers from their desktop can create their own books, take multiple documents, put them together, put them in the order they want, submit those as one document. So they're continuing to improve and give their teachers more tools to be more successful. And insourcing rather than outsourcing. Make it easy for people to order, produce the results that they're looking for in terms of next day turnaround time, just leads to more success. So how do you add value? Make your print center relevant. Keep adding those capabilities and services. Talk to your customers. Have a seat at the table with the district in terms of balancing what my total print spend is and how we're going to manage that. There's some resources listed there, a white paper on implants, some of these case studies, and quarterly implant tips that we continually update as we get ideas from customers. We publish those so you can look at it and see what other print centers are doing on a monthly and quarterly basis.